Welcome to Hokkaido, Japan's wild northern frontier. In June, while the rest of Japan is rainy and heats up with humid summer air, we chose to escape north, where the weather is cooler, the air is fresher, and nature takes center stage. We drove over 2,000 kilometers around the island, camping for 10 days under the stars. Along the way, we soaked in hidden onsens, swam in crystal clear lakes, hiked volcanic trails, explored rugged mountains, and walked along remote beaches. If you're a nature lover looking for a quieter side of Japan, this is the adventure for you. Let's hit the road as I break down each day of our itinerary.
So finally all four of my North Faces come into handy. We have the yellow extra large, the red large, the blue medium, and the black small. Our first taste of Japan, we're having noodles, halal, and quite reasonably priced. This place is known to have good cheesecake as well. What's the name of this place? Fukunoki. No pork whatsoever. And this is the car we rented. Because we got here at night, we didn't want to pitch a tent, so that's not our tent. We decided to sleep in the car for today. It's a hybrid car, so it saves us on gas, but the seats down, ample space. I think it's a Suzuki Delica D2. So this is night 1 of our, I think, 10 night, 11 days in Japan. So this is the morning of day 2 to a beautiful sunrise, and now we're going to drive along the coast. Welcome to Shimamu Coast on Hokkaido Island. It's now 4 a.m. The sunrise is really early here. This is one of the best beaches in Japan, voted in the top 100 beaches. And yeah, just very beautiful. We saw a lot of animals driving here in the morning because of sunrise. Very scenic. There's a lot of trails over here as well. At the lighthouse, and here's the route that you can do for the hiking trail. So earlier on I was there. Now we're here by the lighthouse. You can continue it. Takes about 2 hours, about 3.6 k's, but not much time, so I just came to the lighthouse and now I'm gonna head back to show you how beautiful it is over here. And if you look straight ahead, there's still some snow on the mountain peaks. And yeah, this is the lighthouse here. We just got here now to check out the viewpoint, but let me show you how we slept last night. So Sadia and Hafsa slept over here. Usually our bags go there because we have a lot of bags, as you can tell. And I put that seat down, the passenger seat, and I slept there. So yeah, it was quite comfy. These are MPVs, it's like a minivan, but like a small version. There's some taps over there. So we had our breakfast. We boiled some water, had coffee, and now this is our setup. All of our duffel bags and baby seat. And then we put the seat here down. And yeah, off we go. Day 2 of Hokkaido. And I think Hafsa is driving, as you can see. But no, that is not Mount Fuji in front. That's Mount Yotai. Half the size of Mount Fuji, but looks just like it. This is in Hokkaido Island. So Japan is broken down into 4 islands. Hokkaido Island is the northernmost part of Japan. And the reason why we chose to come to Hokkaido is because firstly we love nature, and secondly because we're traveling in June. The rest of Japan is rainy and very humid.
We are at Mishima-san Shibozakura Garden. It's a free private garden. Look at the flowers and listen to the sound. This island is so alive.
Here's a viewpoint of Lake Toya, one of the many lakes of Hokkaido in Japan. Because we're doing good with time, we're going to continue to Hells Valley and then hopefully camp at Lake Shirataksu, I think. But you can also camp here at Lake Toya if you wish to do so. You can even come here with a helicopter. There's the helicopter there. Behind us there's a convenience store, so I'm gonna go freshen up. Hafsa are having a gelato ice cream. This place is known for its dairy, so it's very fresh produce. Got some cheese as well for Hafsa. And this is not Mount Fuji, but the lookalike in Hokkaido. We stopped like at a bud stall, and yeah, just enjoying all the local food from here. The toilets here are so clean, so definitely recommend self-driving in this area because there's lots to explore and not much public transport. Gelato ice cream that we got in rands, it's 61 rand, so I think it's cheaper than South Africa because 61 rand for 2 scoops. South Africa maybe it's around 70 rand. So yeah, Japan can be cheap if you are. We're quite cheap, so always try to do things on a shoestring so we can travel more. This place is known as the 8 views of Toyoko Lake. One of the 8 views, I think it's our second one. So yeah, it's really, really beautiful. It's an observatory, and we're going to be driving along the lake, so maybe we'll stop at more and try to tick more of the 8 views. And yeah, in the middle, that's like a small island. You can take a boat over there.
Now we're at Noboribetsu, Hell Valley, to the Unyama or Yunuma pond walking trail. We're at the trailhead. You can pay for parking here, 500 yen, and see it all. Now if you looked at the blue water, you'd say it's lovely to take a dip. But if you look around, you see the steam coming out. This water is 50 degrees Celsius at its surface level, 130 at the bottom. This pond is 22 meters deep. It is one of the largest hot water ponds in the world. Uyunuma. And here at the end of our loop, a foot onsen. The temperature is nice and cool, unlike regular onsens, so Hafsa can actually go in. I think the normal onsen is about 40 degrees. This one is maybe 30.
Perspective. This here is normal cold water, and if you look straight ahead, you can see the color change. That is the hot sulfur water.
The sun is setting on Lake Shikotsu. This is our campsite.
Welcome to Marapo campsite. This is at Shirokotsu National Park. So we're camping over here, and I love this big car because I got my towel hanging. Beautiful campsite. So we paid 160 rand. You can drink the water from here. You get parking. However, no showers, but there are very clean toilets. I brought my portable solar shower, so that resolved that issue. I think some places do have showers, but you have to pay extra for that. So yeah, still highly recommend this place, and it saves us a lot on hotels. Good morning from Lake Shikotsu. Check how clear this lake is. Apparently they have the ice festival here in winter, and you can walk on the water when it's frozen. So we are camping. Oh, that's a fish. Do you see it? So we are camping at the Marapo camping site of Lake Shikotsu. There's 2 major camping sites, this one and Bufu. Lake Bufu has shower facilities, a bit more expensive, but we decided to camp here because it's closer to where we need to go to next on our road trip. And this place is called Lake Toya Shikatsu Nature Reserve or National Park. Yesterday we drove past Lake Toya and now we're at Lake Shikatsu. I think I prefer Lake Shikatsu. And there's two type of campsites, right? Let me show it to you. That one is, they call it the auto campsite. Sorry, let me zoom in. I think there, right? So, sorry, maybe there. I think you can camp with your car, and then they call this the free campsite, but it's not really free. What they mean by free campsite is that you're free to put your tent anywhere, but you're not allowed to bring your vehicle over here. So you have to leave your vehicle in the parking lot. So we obviously chose the free one. But yeah, we paid like 1,300 yen. The price went up recently because, fun fact, Japan hasn't been affected by inflation for the past 20 years until recently. So prices are increasing, and as of next month, they're going to implement a tourist tax. So luckily, we got here before that. Oh, he's fishing. So yeah, really loving camping in Hokkaido. Our whole trip is planned along campsites. You can do campsites for free. You can do a lot of road, what they call it, like road stops, where there's like shops. You can just sleep in your car. It's quite common over here, but we have a tent, so we're looking for campsites. So that's what we're doing. At national parks, there's no free campsites. It's designated areas only. So 2 nights ago, we slept at a free campsite. Because we're at a national park now, we decided to pay it. It's not that expensive. It ranges from like 300 yen to maybe 3,000 yen. We paid 1,300 last night. At our campsite, what I bought was the portable solar shower. Because it's black, you put your water in and it absorbs the heat, and then you attach your hose over here. Unfortunately, I don't know where them hose at, so I forgot that. But I still managed to have a shower. It just leaks. You can put it on top of the car. We have a tall car, or you can take this and hang it on a branch. So that's what I did in the forest. Because there's no showers over here. There is, however, there are some hose, but this is to rinse your feet, and there's a sign saying clearly you can't shower with it. And Japan, they are law-abiding citizens. So also interesting, but our trip so far, none of the campsites have bins. Everyone here is so environmentally conscious. They take their own dirt with them. So we knew this in advance, so I carried bin bags. So yeah, there's a lot you can learn from Japanese etiquette. The water here, apparently you can drink tap water in Japan, but this one here has a sign that you need to boil it. So luckily I do have a stove, and I bought a purifier as well. So yeah,
I am having the best day so far. We are in Japan. Sushi at the supermarket. Oh, smells great. Cheaper than home at the grocery store. Obviously at a restaurant, maybe a bit more. But coming from Mongolia, guys, I bought so many snacks, I bought so many fruit, and it's all cheaper than home, Mongolia home. More expensive than South Africa, but you know, it's exciting times. This is a really good discount store, so if you buy more, things are cheaper.
so this is one of many waterfalls in Hokkaido. It's just a by the way stop. We're driving to our next destination, and we saw this on the maps along the way. It's a really beautiful picnic, and the water looks like it could be coming from a hot spring because of the color. And at this picnic site over here, you can fill up your water bottles. They have a drinking fountain and really clean toilets, manicured grass. So yeah, really beautiful. This waterfall is called Chikatakori, and we're on our way to Lake Akanmashu. Check out the bear. How cool is that? The bear is drinking some water. This is a reversal. We are the ones locked up in the cages, and the bears are free to roam in 22,000 hectares. Now we are on a walkway, and they even have some glass patches so you can look down to see if there's a bear. Look at the bear, check it out now. I think they're feeding it, so that's why it's jumping and makes a really cool picture by the walkway. So you can't take your car on there, but they have like these trailers, so we just put everything in here, and now we're going to take it to our campsite. This is at Lake Oneto near Lake Akan National Park. Beautiful campsite. It was 1,000 yen, 300 yen to shower for 5 minutes. There's a lake over there. This morning I woke up, I did a trail run around the lake with beautiful views of the volcanoes, so hot spring as well. The thing I like about this campsite is that it has its own platform, right? It has its own benches, and it's just a really quiet hidden gem. It's not on the main tourist route, so it's really, really beautiful. And yeah.
Cloudy sunrise over Lake Oneto, overlooking 2 active volcanoes. You can see a touch of smoke coming out of this volcano. There. They haven't been active in, I think, about 25 years.
Welcome to Oneto Hot Spring Waterfall. It's around 30 degrees, the water over here. It comes from the lava from Mount Mikan. An interesting fact about this place, this waterfall, it's the only place in the world where you can find manganese on land. Usually manganese comes from the crust, but due to unique circumstances, over here you can find it in the land. And if you're asking what manganese is used for, it's used for steel production as well as many other things. The biggest manganese mine is in South Africa. At a viewpoint, well, the viewpoints here are known as Observatory of Lake Akan, and we're going to now explore it, drive through it, and then maybe go to an onsen. So to put things into perspective, it's 26 kilometer, 420 above sea level, deepest point 45 meters. Straight ahead is Mount Okan, but unfortunately today the cloud is blocking it. This observatory viewpoint is at a ski resort because it's summer. Obviously the ski resort is closed, but Hokkaido is home to many ski resorts. Yesterday when we went to the Burr Conservancy, it was also at a ski resort.
You can see sulfurous gas bubbling out of the rock down there. And this is Lake Kusharo, 6th largest lake in Japan. Island in the middle, I think it's called Nakama. 12 kilometers circumference. Formed at the same time when this caldera lake was formed, post-volcanic eruption. Welcome to Lake Kusharo, Akanmashi National Park. Oh, fish just jumped there. I'm doing a loop around the Wakota Peninsula. So this is the forest of the Wakota Peninsula.
Workout pause.
It's really beautiful. You can hear the lake. You can hear crickets. You can hear birds. Due to the sulfur fumaroles, this island still has crickets in winter, even though the lake freezes over. And what's really lovely is, I don't know if it's an undiscovered gem or if we're just not in peak season yet, but this is really easy, well-marked hike for everyone. It's only like 2.5 km, circular route. I only saw one woman and her dog so far. Interestingly, you do get fish in this lake. The lake connects to the sea via various rivers. And there used to be 2 very rare type of salmon that used to come into this lake. 1938 there was a volcanic eruption and it turned the water acidic, and a lot of the fish died off and stopped coming back. But since the 1990s, slowly but surely, they are returning. They used to swim off the rivers to come here to nest. And now I am in a very, very, very hot onsen. at the lakeside. It's a free one. I'm the only one here, except Hafsa.
This beautiful onsen on Lake Kurasha. Here it's boiling hot. Can you see the steam? And there it's cold, so it's good to go there and come back, vice versa. Here's a rock which basically divides women and men. This place would be so perfect in winter. We are onsen hopping. This is our third one. They're all like quite close to each other. And I'll let you know which is the best. This one looks like I can really enjoy the cold water and hot water. There's a guy fishing in there. This is probably the biggest one. If you look to the right, there's changing rooms, men, women. But I mean, it doesn't really matter because everyone's naked in here, and this isn't partitioned. And we have this place to ourselves. It is the quietest one because it's like the first one was near a campsite. Second one was like on a main road. So this one's more for hidden gem.
Somebody's come for midnight snack, but we won't allow it. No. Hey.
This video from the car because it's really windy, so it'll affect the audio quality. I think this was the fourth place we've camped. It's at a lake, and if you dig, the sixth largest lake called Recamp Sonayo. If you go by the shore and you dig the water, it's hot. So that's the only place I think where you can like dig the sand and get hot water. It's great for kids to play in. There's even spades over here. If you look straight ahead, that's the kitchen. They had a toilet. It used to be a free campsite. I think it still is until the season starts. So yeah, we didn't pay anything last night. More windier today. Just came here to shower. Because the temperatures are colder, I'm not sure if you can see it, but today you can see the steam coming out because of the contrast of the cold and hot. Obviously in mid-winter, it's much more visible. And even when you go out to eat at a takeaway, you gotta take your rubbish with you. We are currently at a visitor center. I learned so much. All the visitor centers are free in Japan. We learned a lot about the volcanoes and the ecosystems, the animals, and we get to fill up our water bottle. Japan is really a place of learning. Hafsa is now at the library. Kauai Visitor Center. You can even rent MTB bicycles, go on an MTB trail. Really good facilities. I recommend stopping at every visitor center wherever you are exploring first to get a good intro of the place so that you know what to do. This is Mount Io, known as Sulphur Mountain, and I think all the all the onsens basically come from this mountain over here. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's known as the Sulphur Mountain. The indigenous Ainu people call it the Bear Mountain because of its barren rocky face. It's actually a volcano. Well, yeah, 508-meter volcano that was formed around 2,000 years ago. And you can do quite a few hikes to the peak of this mountain, I think.
The sulfur fumes and steam of Mount Low killing everything, in contrast to the beautiful greenery of the rest of Hokkaido. Well, you can't see it on a grey day, but it's green.
We're at Shirokutoko National Park, and this is a waterfall along the Shirokutoko Pass to our next stop. I think it's called Kumogoi Waterfall, and it's flowing quite well because of the rain yesterday. The walk was only 400 meters each way, took us around 8 minutes one way, and now we have to make our way back. Let me zoom in for you. Once again, no entrance fees for national parks in Japan. At Shirokutoko Goko Lakes, apparently there's 5 lakes. However, we're just doing this one over here because the rest you need a guide for it, and it's quite expensive. And also, if they see a bear, which is quite common during this time, then the tour gets cancelled. So we decided to come to the viewing deck of Lake 1. It's 800 meters each way. And now, yeah, we're just gonna take in the views of what we can see. It is a bit cloudy today. You can see the ocean straight ahead over there. So here's 3 onsens. Can you see the steam coming out? And it's also free. We plan to camp somewhere here and maybe at night or in the morning go for a dip. The view from the bottom. And I think you can see the steam a bit better from here. You are wondering what all of these cars are doing parked here at night. Well, they're doing what we're doing. They are all sleeping in their vehicles at a place known as a roadside stop because there's running water and toilets, and believe me, the toilets are really, really clean. It even has a built-in bidet. And yeah, everyone, it's like a thing in Japan. You sleep in your car to save on accommodation, and it's just a really cool way to travel. Now at a viewpoint, what you're seeing in front is, I think, Rasao Mountain, the highest peak in Shirokto National Park. This viewpoint is on the Shirokto Pass, which connects Rasao to the Shirokto town, and I think that's the Sea of Clouds. We're going to have a look at it now. Everyone parks here in the parking lot. We drove through this pass yesterday, but it was very cloudy, so decided to come check it out in the morning. Let's go have a look. That's the clouds, and I think that's the ocean as well. This is a hot bath or onsen on the ocean. Usually we swam by ones by the lake, extremely hot. And this one is by the northeastern part of Japan. The drive here was very scenic along the coast. Really a hidden gem, not a touristy spot. We're the only ones here. Very beautiful. And yeah, we're gonna check out one more.
Welcome to Shuripe Notaki Falls on the Shirotoko Peninsula.
The viewpoint, it's called Ondoro Rock, 233 steps exactly. You can see the port from here, as well as if you look straight ahead, that's Godzilla Rock. Yeah, it's just very beautiful. Apparently it's very nice for sunset. The rock, you can also see a viewpoint of, I think, where the ships dock. The water is. You can see all the nice birds. And my favorite part is the mountains. Okay, let's see if we can see where we slept last night. I'm sure we can from here. Oh yes, so that's where we slept, by that brown building there, the road stop in that parking lot. Hafsa's favorite part is sniffing the flowers and pointing them out together with their colors. I live in Shirokutoko, and this is a waterfall stop along the way. If you look behind, that's the road we're driving on, so it's a really, really convenient stop to have a P for parking. And yeah, there's, I think, 2 other waterfalls, maybe 3. There's quite a lot of waterfalls in this area, so we're just going to be stopping, looking at viewpoints, rocks, some scenery. Yeah. We're now at a waterfall voted in the top 100 waterfalls. So top 100 is quite big. I mean, not like it's top 10, but this waterfall is on the road, so very convenient. That's why we decided to stop here. It's called something with a C. The one before this was Sasazani. I think this is Shitokangari. I'll need to fact check that. Lake Tofutsu, it's a wetland. Nice volcano. And it's great for birding. What I love about Japan is how kid friendly it is. Hafsa's bouncing on this huge trampoline. And look how big that slide is. Obviously the parks are free. It's one of, I think Japan's voted one of the most kid friendliest countries. And there's the mountains in front of us. Morning from day 6 of camping. This time we're camping at a paid campsite, a really beautiful one for 125 rand or 1000 yen. We got this wonderful campsite with free hot showers, free Wi-Fi even in our tent, beautiful views, and just really well facilitated. Super clean, super neat. This is by far the best campsite, like value for money. It's just so amazing. I think we're the only foreigners here. And it even has its own park. This is near a town of Abashiri, and I think this campsite is called Tenko campsite. Here at this amazing campsite, we have a hairdryer, we have our own hot showers. It's really fantastic for 125 rand. Gosh, it's like, how many dollars is that? Maybe $7? You have a toilet, sorry the lights are off, with a bidet. You have washing machine and dryer. You have a ping pong table, really well worth it. Viewpoint of our campsite, straight ahead is like a kids play area. There's even like a basketball field. We camped around there, the free tent campsite, meaning you can freely pitch your tent anywhere. There's also places where you can camp with your car, known as auto camp, as well as designated campsites. This is a map of the mountains, and as you can see, there's a lake over here. I think it's a lake, or maybe it's ocean, my bad. Well organized their disposables are, like for recycling purposes. You have a category for glass, for papers, for cans, recyclable plastic lunch boxes. And keep in mind, there's no bins anywhere, so this is what forces the people to, I don't think force, I mean the Japanese want to recycle. Yeah, wow, they really care. This is amazing. I haven't seen such a eco-friendly place before. The observatory lookout point on top of some ice museum. The observatory is free, the museum you have to pay like 1000 yen. It's a view of the mountains and the ocean, and if you look behind, that's of the lake. It's very popular for birding. I'm not sure if it's a wetland, I'm not sure. It is a wetland, I'm not sure if it's an estuary though. At one stage these lakes were under the ocean. We are on our way to Daisetsun National Park and came across this waterfall along the way, got some ice cream, and now we're going to walk to the observatory. It's called Raisyu Falls, Ginga and Raisyu Falls. I think there's two of them here, we can only see one, and here's the parking lot, so it's really like on the way, not much of a detour at all. Observatory trek known as Sukadai, I think, and it's around half a kilometer, but quite steep. Took us 12.5 minutes going up, and we're gonna go back down the same way. From the observatory you can see both the waterfalls. One of it's called Ginga and the other one is Reisei. I think they drop around 120 meters.
Standard protocol so far at campsites in Japan. They preserve nature on a big scale, no cars going into the campgrounds. They all have these little carts that you fill up with all your stuff and take it through. Also, just like anywhere else in Japan, a lot of campsites don't have trash bins, or they charge you per bag. Hafsa! Where are you?
So now I'm starting my hike to Asekadage Peak. I think it's a mountain over there. It's the highest peak of Hokkaido Island and of this national park, obviously. I wish I brought crampons because yeah, a lot of snow still. So let's see how it goes. So can you see the steam coming out the mountains? Very short summer they have over here. The spring is actually in June. Most places June is summer. And if you come like late June, the snow melts, then you can see all the alpine flowers. Hopefully we can see summer for today since some snow has melted. I managed to spot some because the snow has melted. Let me show you the view. That's where I'm heading to. That's where I came from. That's where the ropeway is. I'll let you know how far the ropeway is when I go down. Okay, I'm less than a K in, and this is Sugatomi Pond. It's like half frozen, half unfrozen. Look, the weather's not looking too good, but I'm gonna try some it anyhow. Here's a viewpoint of all the mountain ranges. I think we might drive through the town Bifu. Tokachitake, I think later on we're gonna go to observatory. Furano Take, I think you can see that from the town of Furano where we're staying tonight. So if it wasn't cloudy, you'd be able to see the view. But I mean, still very beautiful. It's still a bit of visibility. So something's better than nothing. Guys, I summited the highest peak of Hokkaido, Asukatake, and Daihatsu National Park. It's 2,291. Unfortunately, because of the clouds, you don't get much of a view, but it's still a sense of achievement. And I'm going to try to loop the hike. So hopefully I come across some cool attractions that I can actually see. So yeah, 3.37 k's in, did like 700 meter elevation, got like another 10 k's to loop it, or I could just go back the same way, but I'm not about that. Looping it back down, there's a lot of snow and ice. Ideally it would be good to have crampons or micro spike. Unfortunately I don't have it, so let's see how I do with 2 sticks. So I am basically sliding down. Can you see? Woohoo! And I just sticks if I need to brake, or my feet. Doing the loop like I am, it's like a 13k circular loop. I don't recommend it in the must. Going up and down to the peak, very well defined. They have 2 ropeways in between, you can't get lost. However here, there's no longer ropeways, you easily get lost, you can't see anything. So unless you have a route or you're quite good with navigating, I would not recommend it otherwise.
Many people have gotten lost in this area. Some to this day have not been found, and many have been confirmed dead. So please take extra precaution when attempting something like this.
Coming down that treacherous path over there, I am now rewarded with a foot onsen, so at least I can warm my feet because they are really cold because I've been walking like in knee-deep snow. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do now and then make my way back. So now I'm back walking on the snow. At least they have these little pink markers to show me the way, but still you can't really see them because of the clouds, mist, fog. And then it clears up a bit, but like for a few seconds, and then another cloud will just come take all the beautiful views away. I have like 2 k's to go. There's a bench over here. I would not recommend this trail in winter. Gosh. Oh, there's some pretty flowers, some greenery. I can see a bit more now that I'm no longer in a cloud. It's still overcast though, so not the best of views, but more visibility than earlier. You can see the ice melting, literally. Look, it's creating this river. Step on here, now it's bad. 10 kilometers and now I'm back to civilization. I think this is a pond in front. Show you the map of, I think, the whole place. It's the second largest national park. I think over 100 k's of trails. They call it the Daisetsun Traverse. One of the most, or if not the most difficult hike in Japan. It can only be done properly in like summer. You can start it and finish it at various points. Here's the beautiful pond. You can see it's unfreezing. There's a viewpoint there, but I'm not going to bother to go because I mean there's no views and I've been higher.
Now we're almost back at the ropeway. Last bit of rivers and snow. And then we're done. It's been such a cool adventure. Especially seeing how it was clear and the mist changed and how the conditions of the mountain changed. I wonder how it's going up there for Hamza. We just did the little loop, but I loved it. Mostly water vapor, but if you look closely there is a bit of sulfur. They used to mine sulfur up on this mountain back in the day.
You can see the snow-capped peaks and here Hafsa crying. Waterfall, sugarcane waterfall along the way of Blue Pond. I think it's more of like a religious place because there's a lot of rituals, I could say. Like people leave like food and stuff for the gods. I think it's more Buddhism. I'll show you. So I'm not sure what religion it is. I don't think this is Buddha. However, this resembles a bit of Buddha or Buddhism. Let me know in the comments. So yeah, the walk here is only like 160 meters from the parking lot. Found this on Google Maps. I just searched for attractions nearby and that's what came up, near Blue Pond. Waterfall near Blue Lake, and it's also blue. I think it gushes out through the rocks. I'm taking this video from a bridge. If you look straight ahead, you can see the mountains as well. Hokkaido onsen, our 5th different onsen, probably our last one on our trip. This is extremely hot. However, the one at the bottom is more cooler. That's where we swam, and you can see a sunset from there. It's near the town of Bay Furano. It's a free wild onsen. I think I've been to 5 different onsens and 2 different foot onsens.
This is Sunshine View campsite in Furano, Hokkaido. That's where we stayed last night. Furano is famous for its lavender and flower fields, as well as the famous Hokkaido melon, which sells for like thousands, maybe dollars. We camped under that tree last night. It's a nice campsite. It has paying showers, so 200 yen for 10 minutes, which is like 24 rand. There's really clean bathrooms, toilets, cooking area with draining racks, which I loved. 2 sets of them, a barbecue area, and a big parking lot.
The town of Bay/Furano, and by July this place blossoms with lavenders. However, we're still in June, so we actually did find a lavender garden. We didn't go to the observation deck or else we'd be able to see it. So I think like a few days ago people said there was nothing, but look what there is now. Not as much as they should be. If you look over here closely, they're still going to bloom. So usually this will all be purple. And then there's the observation deck there. I took the picture from the bottom. I should have went up to have a better look.
This is the Shinzo Maeda Photography Museum. It's 3 generations of photographers in the family. My favorite pieces is this, showcasing the different season of the large forest with the 3 trees. My favorite is this one. It doesn't even look like a photo, but it is. It was taken in 1978, so probably why there's a lack of detail. These photographers focus on the trees of the area, saying that trees form such a deep connection to an individual, because while time may pass, you may leave your town and come back, but you come back and the tree's there just like an old friend. They stand quietly watching your life. So that's a comforting thought. Come check it out if you come to BA.
This garden is. Such a lavenders, more lavenders, and mountains. Sunflowers coming up. More coming up over here. And look, if it was peak time, this will all be blossomed. There's a field full of lavenders, and if you look straight ahead, some orange ones. They're very beautiful.
Flower. You like it? Does it smell lovely? Like a ball.
Popular tomato flower garden in Furano. Here's some upcoming lavenders. Here's some lupines. Here's some island poppies. Here's some oriental poppy. How do I know this? Because the names are all here. Here's some scarlet sage. Let's check how beautiful it is. Here's some French marigold. Let's see what else. What is this? This is some begonia. What else do we have? This is, oh, more begonia. Let's see what this is. Narrow angelon. And a garden of French marigold. And yeah, here's the recap. Beautiful, eh? Welcome to Hokkaido, Japan.
Go.
We are at Farm Tomita, and a lot of the reviews recommend the ice cream over here. Well, Hokkaido in general is known for the soft serve, but this place is known for lavender. So we got the lavender ice cream, and they grow melon, so we got the melon ice cream too. So free campsite looks like in Japan. You have your kitchen area over there. Here you pay absolutely nothing, no reservations, no closing time, no opening times. The toilets over there. These toilets don't come with a bidet, unfortunately, but you can drink the water. Welcome to Ishigara Beach. It's a black sand beach. This is night 9, and this time we slept in the car. There is like a basic free campsite here with a toilet over there, but it was raining and windy, so we just slept in the car over there. Still, we're spending 10 nights in Hokkaido. Out of the 10 nights, 3 of them we slept in the car. One of it was a free campsite, so that's 4 free nights, and then the others we booked into like paid campsites, but they were really cheap, like 60 rand some of them were. Slept in the car yesterday. We decided to come to a park now so Hafsa can play. Really well equipped park, and have a nice table over here. Mom is cooking some eggs, and there's a water fountain so we can drink, and a toilet, freshened up. And yeah, that's the benefit of Japan. Very kid friendly, very safe, good facilities. Wonderful thing. Look how they save space in Japan. Cars parked on top of each other. We just got done with some shopping. Monbao trail chai. Beautiful. Tastiest tea. So Monbao is like a hiking shop. Very cool gear. You can get 10% tax back. And if you buy the membership for 1.5, you get a further 5%. I didn't know that until now, till I bought everything. So yeah, very good technical gear.
After 10 nights of camping in Japan, we decided to book into this traditional type of accommodation where you sleep on the mattress. It was only $50, and this saved us time because the next day we had to fly out, so at least we didn't have to break our camp. And because we had a car, we could easily access this place. Highly recommended. It was great to shower and pack our bags for our flight.
I want you to learn from me. So I am at Budget Car Rental. I've got a really good deal over here. If you go into like the budget.com website or Kayak or Skyscanner or any third party or even the official budget website, the prices are really high. So I went into the budget Japanese website. It was in Japanese that you use translate. So I got the local prices. Great deal, great vehicle. And you get a thing called a HEP pass. So basically when you're driving on the highways, they charge you per kilometer. So because I did over 2,000 kilometers, I thought that, you know what, let me get the HEP pass so that I don't need to pay. I'll just pay like a once off, which costs 22,000 for 11 days. They advised me not to, but I thought because of my itinerary, I will be doing a lot of driving. So, you know what, it'll work out cheaper. I only ended up using 8,000 worth of tolls. So I ended up paying $100 unnecessary. So don't pay for the HEP pass. Just get the ETC card. The ETC card means every time you go through a toll, you don't need to stop and pay. It's like a quick pass. And then at the end of it, when you return the car, then you can pay for the tolls separately. So yeah, I learned the hard way. But anyway, the vehicle's fantastic. We got a minivan. That was great. Gas great. Everything great. No fines. So yeah. Speed limit here. They say it's like 80 on the highway, but from what I've heard, they give you like 30 kilometers leeway, so don't go more than 110 when people are going 140. So yeah, no one really sticks to the recommended speed limit.
Thank you so much for watching until the end. I hope one day you can also experience Hokkaido. Before coming to Japan, I did a lot of research and read a lot of forums, and those who prioritize nature said that they enjoyed Hokkaido the most, and these are the people who did Tokyo, Hiroshima, and most of Japan. So if you're a nature lover and if you can only go to one place, Hokkaido is the place for you. There's not much traffic, making it easy to drive. It's probably cheaper to drive than to use public transport. Um, it's just the scenery is fantastic. You don't feel the hustle and bustle of a city. It's relaxing, and it's just you get your money's worth, especially if you're into camping. We didn't even set foot in any other place in Japan. We flew directly from Korea to Sapporo and just enjoyed Hokkaido.